Welcome to Divabetic's podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Divabetic, and joining me tonight is my friend Rachel Zinman. She's been practicing yoga since 1983, teaching yoga since 1992, and teaching the teachers since 2000. Tonight, she shares a guided meditation to help you jumpstart the new year with a new attitude. Before Rachel shares this year's guided meditation about compassion and self-love, I asked her how she coped with the confusion around the misdiagnosis she experienced initially.
They looked at the numbers and they just looked at me and my, being a yoga teacher and being so healthy. They just said, oh, it's something irregular with your blood sugar. We don't know. We're going to just keep an eye on it. And then a little bit later, it was like, maybe it's type 2. Just keep dieting and exercising, and that kind of went on 6 years, still having these higher numbers.
One of the things they say we should do when we're coping with a mistake is not label ourselves a failure. Did you ever have those thoughts?
Absolutely. I felt like such a failure. I felt like everything I was doing wasn't working. And why wasn't it working? And I just couldn't understand what was wrong with me. I just felt like every step I took was going to be a mistake because my blood sugar just wasn't shifting. I had the glucometer. I could see what was going on.
At this point in Rachel's journey, her doctors diagnosed her with LADA diabetes, which stands for latent autoimmune diabetes in adults. It's a slow progressing form of autoimmune diabetes, and it's fairly common for people to be misdiagnosed like Rachel was initially.
It's amazing to me to meet other people with this misdiagnosis and how they feel so ashamed or they feel so wrong.
So how did you navigate past that mindset and move on?
The breakthrough moment for me was when I finally got to see a diabetes educator. And the first thing she said to me was, this is not your fault. And I just burst into tears. To shift that mindset from feeling like a failure to, actually I can live this guilt-free life.
A lot of your work in yoga and meditation is about training your mind and helping you change a mindset. Can you elaborate?
What's beautiful about the practice of meditation is it's really that mindfulness, being present with the thoughts and feelings as they are in the moment. So having that quiet and calm space to really reflect and take a moment and see things as they are rather than what we think they should be or what we're telling ourselves. And that's, where our power lies, actually.
We're going to begin your guided meditation about self-love and compassion in a moment. But I'd like you just to expand on this idea that something as simple as concentrating on your breath could jumpstart a change in your mindset.
Absolutely, because the breath is life. So if we're not breathing, we're not living. And when we're thinking, we're hardly breathing.
All right, Rachel, it's our 6th year of doing a guided meditation. It's always a thrill to have you on the show, so I'll let you take it away.
So this meditation is based on the deity Tara. Now, Tara is in the Hindu pantheon, and she's also in the Buddhist tradition, and she's the goddess of compassion.
Before Rachel continues with her guided meditation, I want you to know she was calling us from Australia, and the sound you hear through the meditations are the cockatoo birds flying overhead.
So I'd love everyone to just find their most comfortable seat and to gently close your eyes and just take some time to observe your breath. And just notice where your breath is located in this moment. It might be in your chest, it might be in your belly, but just let your awareness rest there. And there's just nothing to do, and there's nowhere to be. So we're going to start this practice by imagining a light in the center of our hearts. And think of this light that is no bigger than the prick of a pin, like the tip of a pin. And as you inhale, just see if you can feel that light expanding out beyond the image of your physical body. And as you exhale, feel the light reducing back to that tiny little pinprick of light. And just take some time to do this. So you're expanding the light as far as it will go out the realm of your physical body and bringing that light back to the tiniest glow at the center of your heart. And just do this a few times. Inhalation and exhalation. And inhalation, just go in your own timing, just expanding that light. And exhalation. And if the image doesn't come clearly to you, don't worry, just breathe. Just feel like you're expanding your breath as far as it will go outside the realm of your physical body. So it's almost expanding into the room, and then as you exhale, it's coming right back to the center of your heart. And then at the end of your next exhalation, just relax your focus on your breath. And in your mind's eye, imagine that you're sitting at the edge of a vast, luminescent, moonlit lake. The lake is calm, and you can see the moon reflected in the ripples. And as you gaze out, you see a beautiful being sitting on a lotus, close enough for you to see her shimmering in the moonlight. And her eyes are like green jewels. Continuing to gaze at her resplendent beauty, you notice a silver tear falling from her left eye. And as it falls past her cheek, she catches it in the palm of her left hand. And she opens her palm to you. And as you gaze at the teardrop in her palm, you see the subtlety of all moods and emotions reflected in opalescent rainbows. Tara's deep compassion encapsulated in this sacred drop. And sense amidst the swirl of colors the deepest feeling you need most right now to support you. Maybe there are more than one, but as you tune in to this feeling or these few feelings, breathe them into your heart. Maybe it's that feeling of forgiveness or self-love or compassion. Maybe it's something like being generous to yourself or sensing how strong you are or how you can handle anything. But whatever it is, let that beautiful gift just come into your heart. And just imagine how the next moment will unfold, knowing that this feeling is holding you and supporting you. What can you achieve? What will you share? How will you relate to others, carrying this depth of feeling, this supported feeling? Just take some time now to breathe in all the different emotions and sensations that arise by just experiencing the gift of Tara's compassion in your heart. Just allow a few moments just for yourself to breathe in and be with true self-compassion. And then when you're ready, see if you can bring some breath back into the body and just gently let go of that experience of being seen and held by the grace of that Tara. Maybe you'd like to take a little bit of time to write down your experience or reflect on your experience at the end of the meditation. Maybe you'd like to even draw a picture of what you saw and felt. And there's a beautiful mantra that I'd like to leave you with that is dedicated to Tara. Om Tara, Utara, Ture, Swaha. Om Tara, Utara, Ture, Swaha. Om Tara, Utara, Ture,
Thanks for listening. Please remember to check out Divabetic's YouTube page and join us on Facebook where you can get a daily dose of Diva inspiration. Be well.